Had a groundbreaking idea, but I forgot to write it down. Now every thought starts to distort and they chase themselves around. Every concept loses meaning when you look at it too long. Today's amazing line becomes tomorrow's awful song. Well, time's longer than rope. I once heard somebody say, there's nowhere to tie the end onto, so I just float away. And it's been 3 weeks since I've seen the cheeks of friends I've goodbye kissing. Now I feed the magpie nuts and hope he'll stay a while to listen. And we all cope in different ways, so don't be too hard on yourself. Hopeless string of empty days, like standing on an Arctic shelf, staring deep into the void of your undiscovered mind, searching desperately to find some comfort in the malaise. We all cope in different ways. Now we watch the kind of films our former selves would not believe. Old DVDs of Keanu Reeves and we sneeze into our sleeves. I make calls to my great auntie, file tax 10 quarters old, but each receipt reminds me of when we were free and bold. I got lost in Jane Austen, her posthumous work Persuasion. She's the early 1800s poster girl for isolation. And her characters claim love, if from some wealthy socialite, but Jane retained her single life and stayed at home to write. And we all cope in different ways, so don't be too hard on yourself. A hopeless string of empty days, like standing on an Arctic shelf, staring deep into the void of your undiscovered mind, searching desperately to find some comfort from the malaise. We all cope in different ways. They say the world's been granted this chance for collective zen, but I keep refreshing to find more death and my heart it breaks again. But statistics are just fish sticks without their human faces, and how can I empathise with all the lies that each number embraces? The behaviours of my own neighbours are all making me suspicious. They prance around all over town like mobile petri dishes. So I lock all the doors and windows and pull the blinds to make a blinker. I've become my own worst nightmare, antisocial overthinker. We all cope in different ways. Don't be too hard on yourself. A hopeless string of empty days, like standing on an Arctic shelf, staring deep into the wind of your undiscovered mind. If you're lucky you might find some comfort from the malaise. We all cope in different ways.